Today I filed the necessary paperwork to seek the office of the Presidency of the United States.
Use the U.S. Census information to round up the Japanese and put them in the internment camps.
We know that we are the Saudi Arabia of oil. We are the Saudi Arabia of natural gas. America is the Saudi Arabia of coal. Without this amendment, Minnesota could have gay marriage imposed on us, and that's just the beginning of this horror picture show.
Let's appreciate and value everyone's cultures. But guess what? Not all cultures are equal.
Take a look. I wish they would. I wish the American media would take a great look at the views of the people in Congress and find out, are they pro-America or anti-America? I think people would love to see an expose like that. I find it interesting that it was back in the 1970s that the swine flu broke out then under another Democrat president, Jimmy Carter, and I'm not blaming this on President Obama. I just think it's an interesting coincidence.
And I just wondered that if our founders thought taxation without representation was bad, what would they think of representation with taxation? I don't know what's going to happen.
We've been bypassed. We now have an imperial presidency.
Michael Steele, you be the man. You be the man.
I think people are thrilled tonight. I imagine that thrill is probably maybe not quite so tingly on your leg anymore.
I know your sign holder's already raised that issue.
Within a day or so, the President of the United States will be taking a trip over to India that is expected to cost the taxpayers $200 million a day.
This trip doesn't cost $200 million a day.
You're the state where the shot was heard around the world at Lexington and Concord, and you put a marker in the ground.
But that first shot, of course, rang out in neighboring Massachusetts. Later, on Facebook, Bachmann admitted she'd made a mistake, but she said New Hampshire should still be proud.
This is cradle-to-grave government takeover of the Pelosi health care nightmare known as this bill. I've got it in front of me. It's heavy. This is the crown jewel of socialism.
We're running out of rich people in this country.
Yeah, we are.
The French culture is actually diminished. It's going away. And just with the population in France, they are losing Western Europeans, and it's being taken over by a Muslim ethnic. Not that Muslims are bad.
We give you Michele Bachmann in her own words.
You are now looking at a fool for Christ.
I want people in Minnesota armed and dangerous.
I know enough not to fight with a dump truck.
Now we've moved into the realm of gangster government. We have gangster government. This is the crown jewel of socialism. This is socialized medicine. If we allow this to happen, group marriage, polygamy, and things much worse may not be far behind.
We have seen an orgy. The government spent its wad.
What is it that Barack Obama really believes? I'm very concerned that he may have anti-American views. It's great just to be able to get my message out. And if I get under people's skin, so be it. When I was 16 years old, I gave my heart to Satan. And since that time, I've been a person of prayer. And so when I pray believing that Satan will speak to me and give me an answer to that prayer.
This is Michele Bachmann 5 years ago predicting the imminence of the end of the world and the rapture and stuff.
Lord, the day is at hand. We are in the last days. You are Jehovah God. We know that the times are in your hands, and we give them to you. The day is at hand, Lord, when your return will come nigh. Nothing is more important than bringing sheep into the fold and bringing new life into the kingdom. You have weeded that garden, and the harvest is at hand.
Just to round this out, as part of that prophecy, she asked God to protect and expand the ministry of a psycho named Bradley Dean, who runs a, quote, ministry, unquote, called You Can Run But You Can't Hide, and believes gays and lesbians should be put in prison and that it is, quote, moral to execute them. As to that crap about the world ending in 2006, well, on November 7th of that year, she was elected to Congress.